Hello everybody, it's Wendy here from Wondercraft Den, and I'm going to do a Wild Wendy Wednesday. You try to say that quick without your teeth in. Now, every Wednesday, I won't know what I'm doing, you won't know what I'm doing, and I won't know what I'm doing. So where we end up, I don't know. But what I'll have a good idea of what colours I want to use, and if I want to use a stamp set or anything. Well, this Wednesday, I'm going to use Flowers of Friendship. It's a beautiful stamp, and it comes with it. You get a punch along with this as well, but I'm not using the punch today. So that's Flowers of Friendship. I've loaded it. Loaded is the wrong word, isn't it? Mounted it. I've mounted it onto one of our eye blocks. These blocks are beautiful because they've got that little edge going in, so you can get your fingers in your fingers, and hopefully your fingers then will not get ink on them because of that little ridge. Right, now then I've got a pink card, and I've got soft succulent and a polished, polished pink. So I've got light and dark soft succulent and light and dark polished pink, the pink card, and a bit of a white card. Now I don't know what I want to do, so what I want to do first, on a Wednesday I might be doing flowers or something, you never know. I'm just going to have a look at this as to see how much I want top and bottom. Yeah, that's about right. I'm quite happy with that sort of thing. But now, what I do now is I see how much I want to put down here. So let me move that one out of the way. Now I'll position my stamp. Obviously do this without without inking your stamp. We just try it out, see what we want. Now I'm quite happy with that there, but I don't want to cover the pink card up, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw a wiggly line. They're not very good at straight lines, as you can see. I'm bringing my little baby cutter. Then I'm going to take that. I don't know whether you can see that. You get the line up to that ledge there, because that's the ledge that's going to cut it. So I'm going to take it all the way over to there. Push this down and cut it off. Now that I did have an eraser, oh yes, here we are. I have an eraser. Now then, here we are. We'll offer it back up to the cards. We'll still have that little bit of a margin that I like to have. And so that's that sorted. Now then, ink up my stamp. Now let's do it this way around. It's ever so good stamping it in black because you can see where you've been, especially these red rubber stamps, they're brilliant. Now you will see that I'm not using a stamping mat. That's because these red rubber stamps come with their own little stamp, with their own little block, so I don't need them. Look, already. Oh, there I was saying how clever these things are and that and the other. Right, so that's that. I'm going to do this more to the top than to the bottom because I want to use the bottom for some. There. I don't know whether you can hear that cheeping out there. On the balcony, I've got some house sparrows, and that cheeping you can hear is the baby calling the mummy for food. So funny to watch them, and if she doesn't feed them, then they go off in a little bit of a huff, and no, it's wonderful to watch them. Right, so clean my stamp off, and so I got is a microfiber cloth. I give it a rinse at the end of the day. Right, now, hang on now, before I do that, I'm going to close that up. Right, so I'm going to do the flowers first. Now, how I like to use these, I like to do the light first and then the dark one. So I'm going to go light first. It's almost neon, this colour, isn't it? And with these pens as well, I noticed you don't really have to go all the way up to the line, because what it does is it spreads a bit in the on the paper. So take it just away from the line first. Now then, you see there, look, I do it up to the line, but it's spread over there. And where Stampin' Up stamps are very good is they do these, I call them cross-hatching, but I don't know what they're really called, these stripy things. So just take your darker one now and just go over it. Because you know that when you see that little strikes or whatever, you know that is where your dark colour goes. You bring your light one back in and cover it over. Here we go. What I should have done was I should have done a couple of these beforehand, shouldn't I? What have you all been up to today? Well, I'll tell you what I've done. I have made a book file. You know these ordinary files that you can get, you stand them on the shelf and there's sort of an arched slope going down and that sort of thing. Well, I made a difference to that. So I have put it on my Facebook page. If you have a look at there, it's on Wendy's Craft Den. It was I was going to do a video on here for it, but I think it's probably way too short. I think it's under a minute. So that's the last of the dark we use now. So we go over with the just one little bit there. Now we're doing it. Got it. So on a Wednesday now we'll be having a bit of a chat and just generally having a play around. Nothing else really. Put the world to rights, can't we, when you're doing this? Now I'm going to go along with a soft succulent. When you use these pens as well, if you want to take the lid off, if you give it a little wiggle before you pull it, it's like you're breaking the ear pocket or whatever. So just give it a little wiggle, and I haven't made many flowers on here, have I? I make some flowers next Wednesday. You never know. You know, I like it in a way because I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's all I'm going to do is press record and hope that whatever I do comes out right. Right, I've done with the light. Now the dark, soft, succulent. Follow the lines up there. I'm going to try and think of sentiment. Oops. Try and think of what sentiment to use as well. Right, go back in with the light one. You see how quick it is to colour these little things? And when you've got those areas already sketched out for you, you can't go wrong, can you? Here we go, and that's done. That is all the colouring in it did. Now that I've put it to the top a bit because I want to put a little sentiment on the bottom there. Now then I've got to find one now that... Right, thank you for everything. Is that what that one is? Yeah. Yeah, that would fit. But there's another one here. Where's it gone? Try and keep them like that, and then this was it, I think. Yeah. I'll take the washed one off and put it to one side. I know I should put the backing on it. I probably will do in a minute. Let me get the pink. Oops, sorry. The pink, so we can stamp in the pink. Have I got a spare? Yeah. I've been trying to write out some sort of timetable for me to do in the week. Apart from upside down, that's okay, isn't it? That's why it's good to have your backing on, because then you find out which way round they are. I'm still experimenting with my filming arm. I just don't know how to, because one minute I've got it's the right way round, the next minute it's upside down, and then the minute after that, well, you've got no sound. So I really don't know. Right, put that down there. It's hot, hot, hot today. Here we go. Little card, big thanks. Just clean that off now while I've got it in my hands. Put it back in there. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the same one. Oh dear. So this is the polished pink. These are what we call the new in colours. They're with us for 2 years. We do have a set of 40 colours that we have all year round, but these just with us for 2 years. So in a way, every year you get a change of inks, because the ones that we had last year, we've got as a reserve for this year, and then they go next year when we have another tube. Right, there we go. Be very careful with this now. I'm going to... that's the right way around. My card's the right way around. Another thing I will say is if you're colouring on the card itself, then try and make sure you've got a backing onto it, because as you can see here, it is sort of bled through sort of thing. I'm just hoping now that I've been on video all the time. I've been talking and playing around. I've got a funny feeling I haven't, but we'll soon see. Right, pick these up again. There we go. Don't forget now, that pink I've put around the edge is still going to be very wet. Now we like that little bit of an edge, didn't we? Quite sure. Don't tap it down straight away. Just have a fiddle with it, and then when you're ready, always turn it over, because otherwise you might smudge what you've done. There we go. Simple little card saying a little card for a big thank you. So thank you for watching me, and I'll see you again very soon. Oh, I was going to say as well, if you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and enter a comment, because it's the comments that keep me going, and then I know that what I'm doing is right. And also, if you subscribe, every 100 subscribers I get, I do a little giveaway. So I've done my 100 now, the first 100, so I'm just waiting now for the second 100 to come along. So thank you very much. Bye.